Well guys, this is it. This is the 1-year update on the 2011 Ford Escape XLT. Today is September 10th, and in 5 days on the 15th, that is actually the purchase date that I got this last year. So I've had it for a year already, and honestly can't believe it's been a year. But actually, all I really have to say about it is that I have not had to do any major repairs on this vehicle yet. I'm pretty sure, and I think I said it in one other video that I made on this Escape, but I'm pretty sure this is the first vehicle that I've had where I haven't had to do any major or minor repairs since I've had it. Like, I've gone a whole year without any issues. Just about every other car that I've had in my past has had some sort of issue within the first year. The Grand Prix, I think I was about 7 months in, and I had to replace the entire rack and pinion steering. Had a couple of minor issues with my Aztec within the first few months that I had it. The Alero, within a couple of weeks, actually, water pump blew up, so water pump had to be replaced. My very first car, my Sunbird, the first few days of driving it, and my transmission completely went out, so that car was out of commission for a few months. But yeah, knock on wood, huh? Nothing major yet. The only thing that I think I'm gonna have to replace soon, and I'm pretty sure I mentioned this, are the tires. They're not too awful, but I'm hoping I can get through at least one more winter and then get all of them replaced in the spring. The one tire does make some noise, so it's probably wearing out. So yeah, this is the 1 year, like I said, 1 year update. We have been free of any major or minor repairs thus far. That's a record. I say this now, and watch, we'll probably have something within the next 5 days. Like I said, knock on wood. I washed it a couple of days ago. I try to wash it as often as I can, try to keep it clean. But it's rained since. It still looks pretty good though. It's gonna rain today, actually. We're supposed to be getting some potentially severe weather. I did, however, just clean out the inside, so the inside is now freshly detailed and vacuumed. But the floors still look really good. As we can see, nobody ever really sits back there, so I don't usually have to worry about that. So let me show you where the car stands at this point, mileage-wise. Okay, right now we've got 74,719.8 miles. So from the very first day, that is the amount of mileage that I've put on it since day one. And like I said, I know we're 5 days away, but you know, about 8,100 miles, probably 82 maybe, within the first year. So that's actually below the yearly average, I believe. So that's pretty awesome. You'll be happy to know today that we're also going to change the oil, and I actually have 5,100 miles on the oil, but I'm changing it today. So if you guys seen me post the video on the oil change of the Grand Prix, wait till you see how easy it is to change the oil in this car. It's ridiculously easy. I think we only have yeah, it's at 44%. But again, I never fully trust it. So Okay, well, let's get ready to do the oil change in this thing. Okay, so for those of you who don't know, this car is equipped with the 2.5 liter 4-cylinder. I also try to keep it clean under here. It's a little more difficult compared to how easy cleaning the engine bay of the Grand Prix was, but I just usually try to take the damp towel and kind of wipe everything off. I think it looks pretty good for having it a year. You can kind of see where the dirt has collected there, and I usually don't really sweep or clean over there. I just try to keep this area, all the reservoirs and stuff, you know, cleaned off. But anyway, a lot of people seem to ask me why I didn't look for an Escape with the 3-liter Duratec V6, and honestly, I do miss having V6 power. This little thing only puts out 171 horses, and it's not too bad. The only time that it really feels heavy is when you are running the air conditioner, and even then it's not too bad, but you can kind of feel a little bit of the heaviness. Without the air on, it's actually pretty peppy. But you know, as much as I miss the V6 power, I was really looking for something to kind of save back on gas, and you know, the Grand Prix was a gas sucker for where I have to drive to work and such. I mean, the Grand Prix was fun, a lot of fun. But the you know, I'm just at the age now, I guess, where I'm thinking practically. So this thing has definitely improved on my MPG usage, and plus it's a little simpler. I mean, this is probably an engine that, you know, if they're, you know, tune-ups would be easy. Everything's right there. There's plenty of room toward the back if anything had to be changed out or anything. I could just see it being a little bit of an easier do-it-yourself engine. But enough of that. Now, you probably noticed that, you know, I said it was at 5,100 miles for the oil. You know, honestly, this is the first car that I've had synthetic blend oil in. And I'm pretty like strict on my oil changes. You know, the Grand Prix and every other car that I've had ran conventional oil, but I had it changed at every 3,000. So this engine calls for a synthetic blend oil, and I know you can usually run like 5,000 to 7,000 miles. I still don't trust it all the way, so I mean, I figured 5,000 is going to be the limit for me. I know full synthetic people can run up to like 10,000 miles. I still don't trust that. So the synthetic blend is what I'm putting in here. This is going to be the second time that I have changed the oil in this car since I've had it. But let me show you what we got to work with. For one, you don't have to put the car up on the jack stands, obviously, because it's a higher vehicle. But right here's the oil filter, just within hand's reach, and the drain plug is right here. So it's really easy to change the oil in this car. Ridiculously easy. Maybe a little bit easier than the Grand Prix, just because of where the oil filter is at. On the Grand Prix, the oil filter is located like right up here, right beside the passenger front tire. But the oil filter being there, I think, makes it the easiest oil change ever. So that's pretty awesome. So let's go ahead and get ready to drain it. It's going to be a 15 millimeter socket. Still very hot, of course. Another hot day for me to be doing this. There we go. 5,000-mile oil. The nice thing is I checked it maybe a month or so ago just to see how it was doing, and it was still full, so I'm not losing oil yet. Nothing's being burned off or nothing's leaking. That's awesome. From how fast and how full it's coming out, it looks like it's all still there too. This little 4-cylinder requires 5.5 quarts of oil, and that's insane. So I still have the half quart from the first oil change that we'll be using. So it's always like every other oil change is going to be just a few more dollars. Oil. It still looks pretty good actually. It doesn't look too dirty. Maybe that synthetic stuff is pretty good, huh? That synthetic blend. Alright, I think we're just about done here. Yeah, I'll have to move this and let it drip. The wind's picking up. I might be doing this just in time. Again, you don't want to really tighten it too much. Just enough for it to be snug. Well, I had to go get my wrench, my oil wrench, or my oil filter pliers, because my hands were too greasy, and I don't know if it's because this was on for so long, but it's actually really tight. And I hand tighten it, so I didn't have this, I don't think I had this big a problem when I was taking it off the first time. Now we're getting somewhere, I think. There we go. Alright. Oh, the wind's blowing. Ugh. Alright, that's that. Made a little bit more of a mess than I was hoping it would, but it is what it is. And again, just like I kind of mentioned with the Grand Prix video, you kind of want to take some of the oil. This is half full, so and you want to lubricate the rig or the seal. That way it won't stick when you try to take it off. Oops. When you try to take it off next time. Come on. There it is. Okay. Kind of greasy again, but it feels pretty tight. So we're done with that. Clean filter. Got the oil plug back in. Let's go ahead and add the oil. Oh boy. Okay, so the 2.5 liter calls for 5W20, like I said, of the recommended synthetic blend. From my understanding, I could have used conventional oil in this car. Honestly, I would rather use the conventional oil because I do change it every so often, but you know, for this car, they recommend the synthetic blend. They had synthetic blend in it when I bought it, so I figured I might as well just stick with synthetic blend. And you know, I don't really care about the brand a whole lot. I just kind of buy whatever seems to be the cheapest at the time. I don't know if this is going to fit in there. Maybe it will. With the wind and all, I don't know if I'll be able to film and pour at the same time. No. I'm gonna have to hold the funnel, but we're gonna put the 5.5 quarts in. Okay, it's close to full, so we'll add a little bit more of this extra quart that I had. I'm sure by the time it actually circulates and gets into the ports and the filter and stuff, then it'll probably be pretty perfect. 5W20. It's really watery oil. Only car that I've ever had that required it. Ah, darn. I better check it now. There's not much left in there. And I think it was 5.3 quarts to be exact on the oil capacity. Put this down again. I don't know where I had it, but might have compromised that one with the rag. I just don't want the wind to blow the oil off the dipstick. It's blowing in this direction. Nope, there goes the empty bottle. Oh, it's full. It might actually be a little over full if you can see. I don't know if you can, but yeah, so it should be okay once it runs. Alright. So, we're all set. Alright, the first thing I'm going to do is reset the oil monitor, of course. Hold reset for new. Alright, so we're back to 100%. And then I'm going to reset trip A, because that's my oil counter. Okay, start it up. Okay, we got oil pressure, so that's good. Leaks. I think we're done. Anything under there? No. Okay. Always double check. Alright, now I gotta get this stuff back in before it starts storming. But that's the 1-year update, guys, on the 2011 Ford Escape XLT, and I must say, I have really enjoyed having this car this far. It's been really reliable this far, and overall I am just extremely happy with driving this thing every day. Great car. The only thing that I've had to do with it was I upgraded those speakers. All 4 speakers. I put in a couple of better sounding aftermarket ones. That was it. I didn't have to do that, so I don't really count that as anything major or minor. So thanks for watching, guys. Hope this was a little informative on the oil change procedure. And I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching. Take care.